So we have in the Jewish year a structure, and it's interesting to analyze a little bit because it helps us understand that the whole year is not random. You might think, oh, this happened in history, so now we celebrate this during this time of the year because that's when it happened. But it's not just that. The way it happened in history also correspond to a structure that makes it fit to a process that leads us throughout the year. So let me try to show you a little bit what I mean. And so we know that we start on Rosh Hashanah. Rosh Hashanah, we have the Yom HaNoraim, the new year, and there it's a moment of full potential, of tremendous light. Yom HaNoraim, Ner, Nora, light, the awesome days. So it's a moment of the year where we become the most impacted with the closeness to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, close to Hashem. We're filled with light, filled of holiness. We become like angels on Yom Kippur. So we do Teshuvah, and we are filled with that tremendous, if we do it correctly, with that tremendous sense of Kedusha, of love, of holiness. And so we start the year like that, and we have resolution, like the New Year resolutions, but the Jewish ones, and we are then after Rosh Hashanah, Yom Kippur, and Sukkot, we're then thrown. Well, so Sukkot is a transition, right? We take that light, and we are outside, but not really outside, inside, outside in the Sukkah, which is in the world, but not that much in the world. We learn to live with Hashem in the outside world and not be afraid. And then we do that work of taking that light and going through now a dark, as the day goes darker and it becomes more winter, colder, everything looks like it's dying. We go in the world where everybody starts working, everybody goes to school. So there is that whole... it's actually interesting, by the non-Jews, they also start going to school in September, just like the Jews, as if they unconsciously follow the same schedule as the Jews, but they still choose to make the new year in January. Whatever, just an interesting observation. But so we go through the days that are darker until we reach the darkest point of the whole year, the December 21st. It's always in December. December is the month with the longest night of the year, where it's cold, where there's winter, and everything looks like it's dead outside in nature. And that's where we light the candles of Hanukkah. We were given an interesting between Sukkot and Hanukkah, the 60 days exactly. Why 60 days? Because we were giving the power of the seven, right? On Rosh Hashanah, we're giving the clarity in the mind that we need to work on the 6 midos through our emotional issues, through the physical world, which is represented by number 6, the 6 directions, which we practiced on Sukkot with the shaking of the lulav. And we go for 60 days to work on those 6 midos, 6 spheros, from Chesed to Yesod. And on Chanukah we come, and that's the number 7, seventh week, so to speak, not the 7th week, but from 60 to 70, where we try to connect to David HaMelech, which is, we connect to Moshiach, which is the Meshicha, which is the oil. What we're saying basically is that I'm celebrating the fact that I was able to go and survive the number 6, to survive the physical world, to survive the Greeks, to survive physicality, and bring into it, implant into it my light, my goals, my connection to God. And on Chanukah, if I was able to do that, basically I'm celebrating. I'm lighting the light in the darkest moment. Even that after 60 days where I was involved with the physical, I'm still connected to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, even in the dark, even in the long exile, even in the moments of darkness, tsaros, and suffering. I bring it there. And then from Hanukkah on, so this Hanukkah and Teves, right? This is Asara de Teves, which is also a moment of darkness, which also speaks about the translation that of the Torah into Greek, all that. So that's a period of darkness, but we are saying we are alive. Our soul, our neshama, which is represented by the candle, is still burning. I'm still connected to my goals that I had on Yom HaNoraim, on Rosh Hashanah. So I connect to that, and then from then on, it starts a little bit to go back up. So that's why we have Tu B'Shvat, where we celebrate the sap with the new of the tree. Why we celebrate that time? Because it's the moment of the sap start going back up. It's the moment of, in a hidden way, we're going from, before we were going from the top to below, and now we're from below, little by little, going back up against gravity. And then we have Purim, which is the whole thing of going from below against gravity, hidden in nature. And then we have Pesach, where we become free, so to speak, bring birth to the new us, and to deliver our new self, and to start then becoming the new me. So by Pesach, I'm celebrating what I had planned. Not I'm celebrating, I'm reaping the fruit, so to speak, of the whatever I've gone through. It's the same way my Rebbe always explains, that when there's a tsar, when there's darkness, when I'm in the darkness, I'm confronted with darkness, it's not the moment to try to figure out the message. You will not grasp the full message. Sometimes it's too painful. Sometimes you cannot do it. Sometimes you can, but usually you can. So you wait, you go out, you do the work to go out and to go back up. And after you went back up, then you can introspect and go look backward and say, wow, look what I have become. Look what's changed. Because I went through that darkness, through that difficulty, look what I have become. And that's Pesach, where there's that, I go out, I become free from the darkness, free from the winter, free from the fall. And now I'm going to the spring. I become that spring, that new chest of life, that Tzemach, Es Tzemach David, the renewal of nature and what's hidden in nature. And then we go back up and try to be ready to rebuild ourselves. We work on the midas for 49 days, and we have Shavuot where we try to go. We're climbing up the mountain. Everything goes up basically, and hopefully, by the time Tisha B'Av comes, we have rebuilt the Beis Hamikdash. We go Mi Yale Behar Hashem. Who goes ascends in the Har Hashem, right? So if we're doing that properly, so we have that ascension back up. So it's it's the Jewish down up syndrome. It works every month because we have the moon going full and empty and smaller, bigger and smaller. 15 days. So we have that every month, but we have those 15 days correspond to Rosh Hashanah till Pesach, and then the next 50 days from Pesach till the next Rosh Hashanah. So another way to look at it is what we call the Tzimtzum by the Kabbalists. That's the Tzimtzum, and basically it's on Rosh Hashanah. You have to imagine that this is Rosh Hashanah, and we go all the way down to the middle, to the darkest point, which is Chanukah. When we are there on Chanukah, we actually light up the candle, right? We light up the candle, and this become like, if you see, this is the vessel with the oil. This is the nerot, right? This is the wick, and then the light goes out. This is a candle in itself. So we go all the way back down, all the way down till Chanukah. We light up the candle in the darkest point. According to some, the line should go all the way down there. So it's different way how we look at it, but here it's the center, the darkest point, and from there we go back up. That's the whole. From Pesach we become free. We go all the way back up till we reach basically Tisha B'Av, where everything goes back to the light. So it's the descent, the idea of descent into the darkness. I'm diving literally in the sea, and then I pick up the sparks. I pick up whatever has been lost, which corresponds to what happened with Adam and Chava, who all the sparks got of their soul got shattered. The Shviras HaKelim, which is also why Yaakov had to go back to get the Pachim Katanim, which is the oil. Mayam Loeh says it was the oil, miraculous oil that he found, that he had taken with him, on which he made the Beis Hamikdash, put the oil on the stone for the monument to become the Beis Hamikdash. And that's the same thing. Also, the eighth bracha, or the bracha corresponding to Hod in the Shmoneh Esrei is Teka b'shofar gadol lecherusenu v'sanes, so lecherusenu, which corresponds to Pesach, but basically we say Mekabetz nitche amo Israel. Teka b'shofar gadol lecherusenu v'sanes lekabetz galuyosenu, and that's correspond to Chanukah, Hod, Sanes, right? For example, Sanes, where the idea of Nes. So yes, Vekabetz need all to bring back, and that's where the Zohar. Sorry, I'm putting all things together, not so prepared, but I didn't want to lose the thought. So it's in that bracha that we pray for the Zera Levatala, for the wasted seed, which correspond to what happened with Adam HaRishon, that he wasted seed when he was separated from Chava, which was, according to Mekubalim, one of the main reasons to go in exile is to get back those seeds, to get back those sparks, to get back those souls that fell into the klippos. So that's the work we do. We go down, and then we, just like Yaakov, bring back those lost objects, Shaves Aveda, and we then reconnect to their spirituality. So that's we turn them on with the light, like the Chanukah candles, where we come there and we light up the lights, we light up the physical, the hidden holiness and spirituality in the physical, and then we can go back up and rebuild our world, Beis Hamikdash. Another way that is also similar to that is in the Spheros. There's two ways to look at it. In the Shmoneh Esrei, it corresponds to the Spheros, it goes down and back up. All the Spheros, it goes, the Sphera of Malchus ends up by Shover Oivim Machnia Zedim, and then it goes back up with Mikabetz Nitche Ala Tzadikim, Mikabetz Nitche Amo Israel, and not Mikabetz Nitche Amo Israel, Boni Yerushalayim and Estzemach David. So we see that this is going down all the way down to the Malchus and then going back up. Bring the energy down. So, but to put it in another way to look at it, also there's different ways we can arrange that. The Magid Yesharim, the Rav Yosef Karo, has also every holiday corresponds to a sphera, and it goes in order down and back up. But there's different way he says it, but we're not going to do that now. Just here, based on the basic understanding of every holiday, but basically it goes back down. We know everybody agrees that Netzach and Hod is Chanukah and Purim. Hod is Chanukah and Purim is Netzach. And basically we have reached the bottom to get ready for Pesach. But Pesach is the giving birth, or also like the unification with Malchus Shavuot. That's basically the last holiday of the year. From there on, can go back up. Meaning, we prepare the 6. What I was saying before, we bring the light from Rosh Hashanah, Yom Kippur, Sukkot, right? And we try to then bring it down in the body. That's Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur. And from Sukkot, how did I put it? Yeah, from Sukkot and on, I go down, and that's the 6. What are the 60 days? Those are the 6 spheros, and we try to bring down. So this with the emotional part, we take all the emotional and we try to fix that, so that then we can fix the yesod, we can fix the lost seed, with the lost potential, and be ready then to have a renewed relation with Hashem on Shavuot and go back home with Hashem on Tisha B'Av. So that's something I wanted to share. I think it's important to understand how the year doesn't go by itself just randomly, but it's actually an order, a cycle, and if one does it properly, you follows the idea properly, then one is able to take really advantage of it. Yeah, that's what I wanted to share with you. Obviously, it connects with what I had said before, that from Rosh Hashanah till Pesach, it's male energy, meaning I'm planting seeds. My seeds of my goals is all male energy, and I've seen that in the Zohar. It's not just for me. Plant seed down, so meaning I'm male, so I'm planting Or Zahor al Tzadik, and then from Pesach and on is the female energy, where I'm giving birth, which is the spring and all that, the flower, everything comes out of me, everything I've worked through, all my investment now is it's taking root, it's taking reality, it's becoming alive, and until we reach the ultimate female, which is the Beis Hamikdash. So we see how it's all connected. This is what I want to share, and may we all be able to take advantage of the year as much as we can. And yes, now we just have to leave it.